Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to learn how we can draw different perception of cherry blossom flower, and I think it's absolutely important to learn when we try to create a bunch of flower or a group of flower, especially in case of cherry blossom. So let's start. So I'm going to cover 8 to 9 perception. So the first one is facing towards you. So create a circle like this. So the circle does not has to be perfect, just roughly create a circle and then divide this into 4 equal halves like this, so that we will get the center of the circle. And this is the ovary of the flower. The center is the ovary of the flower, as cherry blossom does not has very big ovary. So let's create the petals. So the petals does not has to be a very plain. This could be of any shape, little rough edges or little texture around the edges. So we need to create 5 petals like this. So shape and size is totally up to you. You can do little variation in this, and then once done you can add little curl around the petals. As this is facing towards us, so I'm adding curl to all the petals. You can add in few of the petals, that is totally up to you. And then stamens. So in the cherry blossom, stamens are absolutely important, so I add a bunch of stamens. So this one is facing towards you. Now with the help of simple ball pen, I'm just highlighting the flower shape so that it is visible for you people, and then I will rub the extra pencil mark that we don't need or required. I'm going to repeat this process for all the flowers that we are going to draw today. Now the second perception is towards the left side. So again I'm repeating the same process. Create a circle, divide this into 4 equal halves. This time the perception of the flower is towards the left, so that I'm going to create the ovary of the flower, or consider the ovary of the flower, it's towards the right side. So consider this line and create ovary in the center of this line. So this is towards the right side. So ovary is towards the right side and the perception is of the left side. So create 2 smaller petals like this and 3 bigger petals as per the space that we have according to the ovary. So as you can see, we have 2 smaller petals and 3 bigger petals. Now add curl into 2 smaller petals only. So this is facing towards left side, and that is why the ovary of the flower is towards right side. So we are going to repeat the same process for right perception as well, wherein the perception is towards the right but the ovary of the flower is towards the left. So again create a circle, divide into 4 equal halves and consider this line, this time left one, and create ovary of the flower at the center. Now repeat the same process, 2 smaller petals and 3 bigger as per the space that we have in line to the ovary. Now add curl to the 2 smaller petals. You can always do little overlapping of the petals also, and add stamens. Let me quickly trace this with the help of ball pen, and then we will move ahead with the next perception. So these are the few perception that we have learned so far. Now let's learn few more. So the next one is facing towards upward direction. So I'm going to show you two different ways to draw a flower which is facing towards upward direction or towards the sky. So for the same, again you have to create a round shape and divide this into 4 equal halves, and then the center is towards the downside, not exactly at the center. So the ovary of the flower is towards here, and then create 3 bigger petals attached to the center and 2 smaller petals left and right, and add a little curl around these 2 petals, maybe curl around these petals as well. It's totally up to you, and that's it. And you can add a stamen later. Now this is the one way wherein you can create a flower facing towards the sky, 2 smaller and 3 bigger, like this. And now let me show you one more which is facing towards the upward direction. So repeat the same process. And this time I'm keeping the ovary of the flower exactly at the center only. Create a petal like this first. And then likewise we have created earlier, create 2 smaller petals left and right and 2 bigger petals. For this one, little sepals and stem is also needed so that the perception look exactly the way we want. So add little stems and sepals. So these 2 are facing towards upward direction. Let me quickly trace this with the ball pen, and then we will move ahead with the next perception. So far we have learned facing towards you, right, left and towards upward direction. Now let me create one more which is like we are seeing the back of the flower. So likewise we did in the first one, we need to repeat the same process. Create a circle, divide into 4 equal halves. The ovary of the flower is exact at the center, and create 5 simple petals. The only difference is this time we are not seeing the ovary or stamen. This time we are seeing the back of the flower. So we need to add sepals and stem. And that's it. It's quite simple. Now let's learn 2 more perception which is facing towards left and right only, but in little different manner. So for this one I need little oval shape. So this is 2 oval shape. This one is facing towards right and left. So create 3 petals like this and 2 smaller petals inside the circle, not towards outside the circle. So this one we have created outside. This time we are creating these 2 petals towards inside the circle, and sepals and stems. So 2 smaller inside the circle, 3 bigger, and stamens. We are going to repeat same process for the right perception as well. So 3 petals like this, 2 smaller petals inside the circle, and then sepals and small stem, and add stamens. So this is same like these two, but in a little different way. So likewise you can add different perception of the flower in your cherry blossom bunch, and you can paint these flower beautifully. So with this different perception of the flower, you can create your own bunch of cherry blossom flower, and you can create your own composition of flowers and paint them. So this is facing towards you, towards upward direction, towards left, towards upward direction, towards right, back, and little different ways of towards right and left. So these are the perception that we have learned so far, and I think I should also show you how we can add flower buds. It's quite simple, a very small round kind of shape and little texture around it, sepals and stems. That's it. That's the only thing we need for flower buds. It's quite simple. So I'm hoping this video is helpful for you guys. In the next video I'm going to show you how we can paint cherry blossom, and do let me know if you guys have any feedback for me. And thank you so much for all your love and support, and thank you so much for watching.